I get to play with so many great musicians. I get to do so many different styles of music.
It's tough sometimes because I do have a day job and you got to make it all work, you know, but it's just one of those things where somebody calls and says, "How do you want to do this project?" And you go, I don't know how I'm going to fit it in, but I'm going to fit it in because I definitely want to work with this person, or I definitely want to do that music, or both.
And the old saying is, you gotta give it away to keep it. And, you know, these sayings just don't come about for no reason. And I'm a firm believer in that you have to give back. And if what I can give back is music for an evening, that's fine. It'll come back to you.
You know, I don't ever want to feel that I'm sort of pigeonholed. And, you know, in all honesty, a lot of times it's easy for, you know, a big black woman to be pigeonholed. And, you know, everybody, I can't tell you many times people say, "Sing Aretha," you know what I mean? But I don't have to just sing Aretha. You know, I can sing Janis Joplin if I want to. I can sing, you know, I can sing Sting if I want to. I can sing, I like to try and do things that are gonna feed me musically, and that is what's gonna feed other people musically. So I don't stick to any one thing, and I really do love it all. So I can't just say I want to be it, you know, I want to be this. And sometimes in the music business they'll tell you that that's a bad thing. You know, you sort of have to know what you want to be in the music business, and I just have never felt that way. So it's a tough call. I mean, I don't see the point of limiting myself to one thing when I really like doing a lot of different things. So.
You were straight when I was told don't know what's in store, but together we can open any door. Just to do what's good for you.
Well, I think it comes from being a Gemini. And it probably sort of comes from being an only child. I'm used to entertaining myself, and I think I've just grown to love a lot of different things, you know what I mean? So I like to try different music. I love playing with different people, and every single project that I do, I really, really enjoy the music. So I really want to get into it and, you know, have fun with it. So it's tough sometimes because I do have a day job and you got to make it all work, you know, but it's just one of those things where somebody calls and says, "How do you want to do this project?" And you go, I don't know how I'm going to fit it in, but I'm going to fit it in because I definitely want to work with this person, or I definitely want to do that music, or both, or, you know. So I just do it.
Just what, yeah, just what it means to me now. Tell the story. Whoa. Just wouldn't understand. No. People say, "Oh, he's no good." Well, but I know I'm his woman, and he knows he's my man. Oh, and it's
at a piece of music. When you had asked me earlier what happens when I decide to do a song, you just see all the fruition that you have from all your teaching and all your learning and everything. All of a sudden, it's in that one song. That's how it manifests itself. It just comes out. Woo. That's what improvisation is all about. You know, having the knowledge and then having a spontaneous moment to execute it. As I said before earlier, one of my favorite writers, Antonio Carlos Jobim, he has a particular song, Triste, and when it's a difficult passage to play, I was playing at Europa and I played it, and somebody sitting there turned around and said, "Oh, that was really good." And I said, "Yeah, it took me about 50 years to be able to play that." But what are you going to do? Whenever you study, I make my students learn a lot of Antonio Carlos Jobim's songs. Just the different songs that he wrote, Desafinado, they're all a lesson in music. When you study one of his songs and you learn to play over the top of one of them and improvise, it's pretty, you know, gratifying, because they're incredible pieces of music.
Yeah, I mean, playing with Papa John is always fun. That's always like there's no net with him, you know. That's like being on the tightrope with no net, and that's kind of cool because that tests your you know your listening abilities, tests you what you're hearing, you know, what he's doing, what you can do with him to make the songs that he's doing, like, you know, stand out. So it's kind of, that's interesting. It's a good time. But, you know, I've played with, you know, I've had great times playing with Sonny, great times playing with Matt O'Ree, you know, all the guys in the area, you know. One time or another we've crossed paths, and it's always been a joy to me to be playing with guys who I always, you know, who I look up to and I admire. I was playing a blues festival out in Riverhead, Long Island, and Matt was playing second guitar for me, and they had this huge stage. So, like, my amp was back here, and the mic was good, maybe 10, 15, 20 feet in front of me. So we're getting ready to go, and the MC does the announcement thing, and like I said, the mic was like 10, 15 feet in front of me. Well, funny, I only had like a 12-foot guitar cord. So, so there's like about 25,000 people out here, and I'm ripping away, and there's nothing coming out. So for the first tune, like, you know, like Matt had to like just wing it. He just stepped in. He stepped up real well. But then I realized what was going on, you know, and some stagehand threw me a really long chord, and we got going. But it was, you know, things like that happen. Yeah.
I know for myself, there's a lot of people that I met at the jam night that you play at with Mark. I mean, I never met a lot of these people, and it's just nice to play with somebody else, and you know, and kind of see what they're up to, and it's, I think it's turned into so many other projects that way. Even Lisa, I met Lisa at
we met Lisa. We met Lisa at
so yeah, it really
which is kind
falls
of,
back on the
Lisa
community
Sherman.
to actually make the scene happen.
which is kind of what was happening with Upstage Club in the late 60s and early 70s, is that was a meeting place. And actually McClune's now, I think Ribbler's night, Mark Ribbler's night on Tuesday nights has become almost like a meeting place, as how Upstage was. I mean, it was the place for musicians to hang out, and I guess, you know, the Tuesday nights, most guys aren't working on a Tuesday night. If they are, boy, that's great.
They're lucky, right?
Well, like Arna gets paid on Tuesday night. Okay,
Not much. Maybe in the summers.
He gets 30
A lot of it's very much. A lot of it's a labor of love.
That's it, you know.
But I tell you what, it's a chops honer too.
Yeah. Well, you have to
We
learn
try
all the
to do a
material.
different thing every week. I mean, there's a lot of overlapping, but you know, we originally started out trying to do an original thing and have a different artist every week.
Right.
But it kind of developed into, well, we all enjoy this music and that music, we'll play that too, and maybe we'll put in a couple of originals. Because we're also trying to get bodies in there, so you know, if you're only going to do originals, you're not necessarily going to get people
That's right.
coming in paying $5-10.
That's exactly right.
So, you know, you kind of have to do that,
consider
give
your
the people
audience.
what they want.
Yeah, absolutely.
But you also, you know, I mean, man, it really, you know, really helped hone my skills over the past couple years.
I think the only thing that's missing, or I have some friends that do blues jams, and those happen every week, and we have some progressive rock music coming out of Arna and Mark. But
well, we do everything.
But you do everything, yeah. But we're missing. There's not really any place for jazz anywhere, and it's sad because this area has some great jazz musicians.
Every day through the streets of New Orleans, she's innocent and young, from a family of means. I've stood many times beneath her window at night to struggle with my instincts by the pale moonlight. How could I be this way?
You know, I've said this so many times that I really think that we're so unique here in Monmouth County, and that's probably not true. I mean, there's probably a lot of communities like that, certainly, you know, Jersey, and, you know, you can probably go to Asheville or, you know, go to Nashville or, but I do think that there's a uniqueness to our community, that we do try to work together and try to do new things together, and it is one of the reasons why I don't want to leave here. I really, really love our music community, and I'm also amazed at the fact that I've lived here most of my life, and I'm still meeting new musicians, you know, who are amazing players or singers or whatever. And I've lived here most of my life. So you think I know these people, but that's how many people there are around here. And I think we push each other to grow, you know, as musicians. So when you go out on any given Saturday night, you have a whole range of choices of musicians to go see who are really, really good. I mean, there's just music all over the place. And I think it's because we continue to help each other and push each other forward. So it's a real blessing. It really is. It's unique. They're writing all these songs, and everybody's got so many things going on. I mean, I've done stuff with people who are, you know, writing for movies and TV shows, and, you know, people who do musical theater. I mean, it's just amazing how much stuff there is around here, you know. But I'm just happy to be a part of it.